Hey guys, welcome back to another video by yours truly, Santino. Yeah. Alright, so in today's video, we have a ranking / review of the Wrong Turn movies. If you don't know what the Wrong Turn movies are, they actually started from, I believe the first one came out in 2001, and I think it's just been scaring everyone of the woods of West Virginia specifically. This movie, I want to say I started watching these movies whenever I was around the age of 13, 14. Yes, that is young to watch these movies, I know. So actually the first one of these ones that I did watch was the fourth one. The fourth one, I remember I had watched it on a TV show. It was not on a TV show, but it was on the TV, I remember. And I had watched it and I literally shit myself at the end of that one. Whenever I literally shit myself. Like I was scared. That one left me so scared. And whenever I found that one, I realized that that was the fourth one. So while watching that, I was like, oh my God, I was like, I need to find the other ones. Went to find the other ones, oh my gosh, and was I amazed. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into today's video. Starting off with the worst one of this whole entire franchise, something that I probably wouldn't even recommend to you guys even watching, is the sixth one, Last Resort. Do I even want to talk about this movie? Not even really. This movie is honestly a porno rather than an actual horror movie. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm not mad at that, but at the same time, it definitely defeats the purpose of the whole franchise, you know? Like, I mean, yes, a lot of them do have sex in the woods and stuff, but this movie really just overtakes it with it. It just feels so different from all of the other ones to me. It just, like, even the fifth one, I feel like still kind of feels like a little bit of the Wrong Turn franchise, but this movie right here just doesn't feel Wrong Turn. It doesn't give me Wrong Turn vibes. It doesn't make me scared. It kind of just leaves me like, what did I just watch? I just spent an hour and a half watching this. Are you kidding me? An hour and a half that I'm literally never gonna get back. Rating this one, I would probably rate it like a 2 out of 10, if I'm being honest. Like, it's really not that great. Like, the only thing that's pushing through with it is literally Three Finger, One Eye, and Sawtooth. Those are the only people that are giving this movie points. But other than that, yeah, this movie, not worth it. Don't even waste your time. Bottom of my list, probably the bottom of your list as well. Moving on to our fifth pick, or well, basically sixth, because there are 7 movies in this whole entire franchise. Counting the reboot, I am going to count the reboot in this also. Just want to point that out there and just want to throw that out there as well. So for our number 6, yes, our number 6 is we have Wrong Turn 5 Bloodlines. I have a lot to say about this movie. It is bad. Yes, it is bad. Is it worse than the one that I had just said? No. This one is just, it looks so fake and the acting is just so fake. Like, everything about it truly is fake. It really felt like if they kind of like filmed it almost, I guess you can say, in like the first one, you know, like the acting on the first one was just so amazing. Again, Elijah Dushku in that first one, like, you really couldn't get anything better than that in a Wrong Turn movie, especially that first one. Oh my God. But going back to this one, the acting doesn't sell me. The location doesn't sell me as well. Nothing really sells me in this movie. I kind of just bought it just to kind of say I have it, if I'm being honest, just so I can have the full series up in my, you know, my collection. God, this movie really isn't worth it. It's not for me. It takes place at a festival, that literally is for them, for the hillbillies, which is so, I don't know. This movie is all kind of fucked up too. This one I'm gonna have to rate it like a 4 out of 10. It's alright. Wouldn't recommend to you guys either, because again, like, it's a waste of your time. It's not that great. It's not a good one. So moving on to our next one. So that was my number 6 pick. Moving on to our number 5 pick, we have Wrong Turn 3 Left 4 Dead. So if I'm being totally honest, the reason why I've ranked this one so low is the cast just, it doesn't do anything for me, literally nothing at all. Like, I personally love having a more female cast. Black Christmas, that's one that I will give it an example to. Having an all-female cast like that, I absolutely love that. I think Scream Queens bring out the horror and bring out so much more that I think men personally can't do, and that's coming from a guy. You know, that's coming from me. Watching horror movies since I was younger, I've always seen that from a girl's perspective, and from seeing a girl scream, it's just so much more frightening than seeing a guy scream. So really with this movie, there's only one female death that I really remember, and it was literally like 5 minutes into the movie. So yeah, this movie really doesn't do anything for me. I mean, the story honestly is not that bad if I'm being honest, and I really like how you know, Three Finger and Three Toes, I think that's what his name is. Like, I kind of liked that whole situation. I thought that the kills were another nice touch with this. The kills were not that bad. I'd probably rate this one like a 5 out of 10. It's, again, not that great. I probably would recommend to you guys, if you guys do like this series and you do want to watch, you know, all of them, obviously I would 100% throw the third one in there. I would definitely set your expectations low for this movie though. It's not the greatest. The acting just isn't that great in this one either as well, but the third one is going to be a 5 out of 10. It is going to be sitting at my 5th place. Period. Next, we have my number 4th pick, which is going to be Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings. This movie was one of the first ones that I had watched out of the whole franchise, so this one really does have like a special place in my heart. But going back to that night whenever I did first watch that movie, I was so blown away with all of it. Like, oh my god, I was scared. Let's say that. I was shitting myself. I was so scared. Like, not only that, but I really think the thing that really sold me the most for this movie was, again, that ending. That ending was probably the most what the fuck endings. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it on here, but another thing in this movie, I think personally, are the kills. The kills in this movie are so awesome and so amazing, I think, and I think also having to deal with the whole snowstorm, I think that's another thing that added a few points for this movie. What I am going to be ranking this movie is, I want to say, a 7 out of 10. It is a really, really good movie. I would highly recommend it to you guys. Again, these movies aren't like crazy good, like crazy amazing, crazy awesome. Like, these movies are definitely B-rated. The only one that came out in the theaters was the first one. All the other ones were straightly to CD, DVD. So these movies aren't the greatest, but personally to me, I think a horror lover, you just know Wrong Turn and you're immediately like, yes, gory, gruesome, bloody, disgusting, literally. Moving on to my 3rd place, we actually have the one that just came out, Wrong Turn 2021. This movie shocked me to my core. And I know that if you're a horror lover and you're thinking, what the fuck? Why the fuck is this one so fucking high? Yes, I know. What the fuck? But honestly, putting this movie aside from all of the other movies, Wrong Turn 1 through 6, and really thinking this movie is on its own, it is so awesome. It had so many twists and turns for me, and I think the thing was I was expecting, you know, Wrong Turn. Like, I was expecting so much more different. So getting this, I was blown away. And not to say the acting was phenomenal in this movie. It was so amazing. And a thing that I liked in this movie as well was the gay boyfriends. I think that's something that a lot of horror movies are going to start to tend to do nowadays, just because that is the reality. A lot of people are bisexual, a lot of people is a part of that community. So I think having that in a horror movie, especially a horror movie, really, really just makes the movie a reality for everyone. Like, it really is just like, oh my god, like, you know, it makes it everything just feels a little bit more real, if you know what I mean. But this movie literally had me twisting and turning the whole entire time from beginning to end. It is super, super awesome. I would probably rate this one like an 8.5, 8.9 out of 10. This one really blew me away. Again, taking it away from all of the other movies, it's so awesome. So I would highly recommend that to you guys. Go ahead and go watch that. Next, in my second position, I know if you guys get mad at me, I'm sorry, I don't care. I actually have The First Wrong Turn. The First Wrong Turn is going to be my second place. This movie, obviously, was the start of it all. Literally the start of it all. The start of Three Fingers, Sawtooth, and One Eye. I watched this movie the other day, and for the time that this movie came out, I think if I was a teenager, I would have been, I would have shitted myself like the whole fourth one. But going to this first one, it was so original. It was so disgusting and crazy that I don't think anyone was expecting any of that. So to get all of it, it was so eventful. And I think the story, the acting, the kills, literally everything, I think everything in this movie just does such a good job at it. Like, literally such a good job. I know I keep bringing her up, but again, Elijah Dushku, if you don't know who she is, she was in the Bring It On movie in the first one. She does star in this one, and again, she does such an amazing job with this movie. She carries that role, she carries that character, Jessie, like no other. Like, she carried that movie for sure. 9 out of 10, I think a solid 9 is a good one for this one. Now, at my number 1, what you're expecting, I think we all know, Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. Now, the main reason why I specifically have a love for this movie is the whole reality take on it. I love how they're in a reality game, they're on a reality show, and they're, you know, trying to film stuff in the woods, and literally it just gets crazy. Personally, I have a few actors in this movie as well that I love, like Crystal Lowe and Texas Battle, Erica Lershine. Those three are in a bunch of different other horror movies. Actually, Crystal Lowe and Texas Battle worked on Final Destination together. Crystal Lowe was also in Black Christmas, in the remake of Black Christmas. Erica Lershine, she was actually a part of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, I believe. These three actors specifically, I think, just really embodied their characters, really embodied everything. And obviously watching their other movies and going to this movie, I obviously already have a love for them. So watching this one, they exceeded my expectations. Like, I was so blown away with literally everything. Literally the kills, the story, the ending, all of it. There's nothing more that I could ask for. I could probably rewatch this movie so many times. It's phenomenal. What I would rate this one, 10 out of 10. I would highly recommend this movie to you guys. Please go and watch this one. This one, again, these movies are really bloody and really disgusting. So if you don't really like movies like those, I wouldn't say that these movies are for you. But if you kind of have a love for that like I do, I would highly recommend something like that. Well, coming to an end, that is going to be the end of my rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Sorry, it looks like it's kind of long. I'm already running on 17 minutes here, so I'm going to try to make this fast. Please go ahead and follow me on my socials. I'm going to go ahead and put them right here. Yeah, baby. Go ahead and turn that bell notification on so you know when I upload another video. And again, what's your favorite scary movie?